I'm William Henry, and this is Ascension Keepers. We have established that the Cathars were keepers of ascension. Like the Essenes, the Cathars sought a return to our Edenic state, our primordial condition before the fall. Back then, we weren't in a lesser state, a physical state, as some believe. We were in a supra-human phase, our light bodies. The Cathars utilized the ascension of Isaiah, an early 2nd to 3rd century AD Gnostic Christian text that follows the journey of the prophet Isaiah out of the suffering of earth life through the 7 heavens to the throne of God, where Isaiah gets his robe of light. Always, this robe of light is present in these ascension stories. This ascension text would help the Cathars to explain the consolamentum, because the vision of Isaiah describes the place in the 7th heaven for the righteous dead, which would be all those who had received the consolamentum. The vision of Isaiah made its way into the oral tradition of the Cathars. At an interrogation by the Inquisition at Parmier in 1321, a witness testified that a Cathar had told him that another Cathar had once wanted to know whether he was truly following the good faith and the right way of the Cathars. As he prayed to understand this, an angel appeared and granted him successive levels of vision exactly as described in the vision of Isaiah. The man discovered at the end of the vision that he had been away for 32 years. What does this mean? Was this vision that he had some kind of a time travel experience, or did it mean something else? No one is quite sure, but it's quite an enigmatic line. We will explore how this text was used as a visualization tool to induce visions of the afterlife and to connect the Cathars with their future selves, their light body selves. Through repeated chanting of the text, the body of the Cathars began to know what it felt like to be in heaven among the angels and how to become them. This is something the Essenes taught as well. And today, feeling it to manifest it is a principle of quantum healing. At Montségur, we learned the legend of a book that has been guarded and protected by the Cathars, the pure ones, a manuscript which lies in a leaden casket in the depths of a cavern. This manuscript is called the Book of Love. Author Elizabeth Van Buren tells us the Book of Love is said to be the book given to John the Divine by Jesus and is said to contain sublime teachings, marvelous revelations, the most secret words confided by our Lord Jesus Christ to the beloved disciple. Their power would be such that all hatred, all anger, all jealousy would vanish from the hearts of men. The divine love, like a new flood, would submerge all souls, and never again would blood be shed on this earth. Researchers claim the Book of Love is written in symbols. These symbols are the mystery language of the Book of Love, and they are preserved in curious designs inserted into paper in the form of watermarks. After their extermination by the Catholic Church, the Cathars, those that survived, became papermakers. Scottish mythologist Harold Bailey called these designs thought fossils or thought crystals, in which lies the lost teachings of the Book of Love. These symbols only became visible when the paper was held to the light. Then, in a flash, came a signal of hope and encouragement to continue on the path of souls. Antonin Godal, known as a Cathar Perfect One or Parfait, says the primary symbols of the Book of Love included the light ship of Isis, the Egyptian goddess. Now this is very interesting as the light ship of Isis takes us to Egypt and the Ark of the Millions of Years, the ascension craft, the wormhole-shaped ascension craft that is the ship of the soul of the ancient Egyptian gods. Attached to this light ship in this depiction from the Temple of Hathor at Dendera is a pillar called the head of Osiris. It is the ancient Egyptian symbol for the hope for the afterlife. The hieroglyph for the head of Osiris includes a serpent on a pole. This, of course, is the healing Nehushtan pillar of Moses that enabled Moses to make a seraphim and was the symbol that was banished from the Temple of Solomon by King Josiah during his purge. It is the key symbol for the divine feminine mysteries and represents the raising of Kundalini in preparation for ascension. This is the most intriguing symbol cataloged by Harold Bailey. In this depiction, this Cathar diagram, 4 symbols form a device. We see an ox head, a pillar, and a serpent, and 3 orbs and a horn. The ox is the symbol for the Ark of the Covenant, which was carried on an ox cart. From the serpent's mouth emerges 3 circles bound together. This symbol is called the trefoil. It's the emblem of the Trinity. Notably, it is the symbol for the 5th element, wood. After earth, air, fire, and water, there is the 5th element, wood, also known as quintessence, the chintamani, and the elixir of light, the elixir of immortality. The word Christ means anointed and comes from the Greek chrisma and kreo, to anoint. Thus we have a kreo, a horn, or a vessel as part of this collection of symbols. So now, on to the ascension of Isaiah. This journey is ancient. It begins with what is known as Isaiah's call vision around 740 BC, when the Old Testament prophet entered the Holy of Holies of Solomon's temple, the most sacred place in Judaism, and saw the Lord enthroned and heard him speak amidst the seraphim and heard their voices calling, "Holy, holy, holy." He saw the Lord, he heard the Lord, and heard the heavenly beings in the temple. A seraph took a burning coal from the incense altar and purified Isaiah's lips. Then Isaiah embarked on a cosmic journey. This cosmic journey is the journey that inspired the Essenes to move out into the wilderness and to expect the arrival, as Isaiah described, the arrival of a high celestial being. Isaiah's ability to enter the heavenly realms showed that it's possible to transcend worlds, especially from Solomon's temple. All could enter this realm by actively following the path of Isaiah, so the Ascension Keepers taught. This may be one reason why, when the Church of Roma came to burn the Cathars during the Albigensian Crusade and the Inquisition, the Cathars went willingly into the fires. They knew where they were going. During his journey in the second heaven, Isaiah is so overcome with what he sees that he falls on his face to adore the angel on the throne. But his angelic guide warns him not to adore the angel or the throne of that heaven. No, adore him only of whom I will tell you, and in like fashion adore him who is above all angels, above thrones, and above the garments and crowns which you will see hereafter. Those garments and crowns are the garments and crowns sought by the Essenes. Isaiah also saw a human form on the throne. Quote, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above him stood the seraphim." This throne is the Merkabah throne, the celestial vehicle of the higher beings, the throne that the Essenes sought. Merkaba, or throne literature, describes the beings who dwell at the heavenly throne room in the celestial Holy of Holies in the celestial temple. The Hekalatsutarti says, quote, "Their walking is like the appearance of a lightning bolt. A vision of them is like a vision of a rainbow. Their faces are like a vision of a bride. Their wings are like the radiance of the clouds of glory, on which God rode in the heavens." This means these seraphim are rainbow body plasma beings, and in my opinion, they are the same as the beings described in the Tibetan rainbow light body tradition. As Isaiah's vision continues, his journey continues, each succeeding heaven is more glorious than the previous one, and Isaiah is filled with joy. In the sixth heaven, Isaiah is told that no one has seen what he has seen, and he is promised his place in the seventh heaven upon his death, when he will receive his garment and will be equal to the angels.